Okay, this is IM1. This is lesson 5-1. I'm on page 286 and I'm doing problem 3. So in problem 3, it tells us to simplify these, and it tells us that n is equal to -2 and w is equal to 5. So the first thing is in A, we have n to the -4 and w to the 0. So let's simplify that into this one needs to switch sides. So we'll switch it, and this one is going to turn into 1. So we're going to end up with 1 over n to the positive 4. And we know that n is equal to -2. So that's going to be 1 over -2 to the 4th. If you don't know what -2 to the 4th is, don't worry. You can pull it up on your calculator. Your calculator may be different than mine at home, but there's always some way to do this. So 2 negative to the power of 4. Notice that it's a positive, okay? Because it's a negative times a negative, which is a positive, times a negative, which is another positive. So that's going to be 1 over 16. And I'm going to leave it as a fraction. All right, when we look at B, we have -1, n to the -1, and w squared. So we know that this one is going to stay put and this one is going to switch. Right? So if we simplify that, that's going to be 1 over n times w squared. So 1 over n is equal to -2 and w is equal to 5 squared. When we simplify that one step further, we have 1 over -2. 5 squared is 25 times 25. 25 times 2 is equal to 1 over 50. All right, we'll come down here to C. We have n to the 0, so we know that's going to be equal to 0. And w to the 6th, and w is in the place where it's supposed to be because that exponent is positive. So we're just going to end up with 1 over w to the 6th. W is equal to 5 from our instructions. So we have 1 over 5 to the 6th power. Again, that's a number I don't know off the top of my head, but since we're figuring it out, and I've got a calculator sitting here, let's go for it. 5 to the 6th power, 15,625. So 1 over 15,625. And that's your answer. I'll circle these other answers in case you need to freeze frame and come back and find them. All right. So we know this one's going to stay and this one's going to switch. Right? So then we're going to have w over n. Once we switch it, we can get rid of that -1 because it's going to be a positive 1 and that's just itself. So that's 5 over -2. You can leave it as a fraction if you want, or if you really, really want to, you could turn it into a decimal. 5 halves is, and if you're not sure, grab your calculator, 5 divided by 2 negative, -2.5. All right.